What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Guess what? Even though the iPhone 11 came out, even though the Note 10, all these different phones are out with these brand new ones, the boys still gotta talk about these older phones, bro. And like I said, if I'm not gonna do it, who's gonna do it? And after looking back on some of my videos, I recently realized literally how good of a value these past phones were. And I've always known that, but it's just crazy now just because of the fact that these new phones that are coming out, especially the Note 10 and even the iPhone 11, I'm kind of saddened by the value that you're getting out of that phone. However, when you look at a phone like an LG G7 that I reviewed earlier this year, and I think I reviewed last year, and you look at what this phone was able to do at that time, I'm literally shocked by how good of a value per dollar you are getting from a LG G7 compared to a lot of the other phones out in the market. Now, obviously, if I had a choice, I would pick an iPhone 11, I would pick a Note 10, I would pick those phones in a heartbeat. But for being like a $130 phone, you can probably pick one up for even less than that. It is not a bad value at all. Now, the first thing, dude, the build quality isn't horrible. Like, it's such a good build quality. You're getting almost all screen on the front. Of course, there's like a little bit of bezel on the bottom. You have that notch up top, but overall, very good build quality on the front. On the back, you're getting glass on the back, makes it feel very, very premium. When I had it, I didn't feel like it was a cheap phone at all. I mean, it still felt like a very, very premium device in my opinion. So that was one of the best things about it. But another amazing thing about the LG G7 that you're not getting on an iPhone and you're not getting on the Note 10, but you're getting on the Note 10 Plus, it is the micro SD card slot. On the LG G7, you have the ability to put in an SD card up to 1 terabyte. So that is a crazy amount of storage you can expand on the LG G7. You can't do that on iPhones. Obviously, they could never do it. You can do that on the Note 10, the standard one. And I just think that LG G7 just really shines in that department. The camera is also pretty solid on the LG G7. On the back, you have a dual camera setup. Even though it's probably not as great as something like a Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus or an iPhone 11 Pro, I can tell you without a doubt, cameras have gotten so good even these last couple of years that I honestly don't think there's that big of a difference, honestly, in my opinion. Of course, when you're getting more features and more resolutions you can film at, that's different. But for about I would say 95% of people who even own a phone, they just want to take photos of something. They want the quality to be as great as possible, but I think it's more so what's in that photo. And the LG G7 is a very good mixture of camera quality and also features. LG's has always, their UI has always been weird, but their cameras, they've always put a lot of software improvements into those cameras. So in my opinion, the LG G7's camera is still pretty good. Now this next thing is kind of like a middle thing, I don't really know, but the battery life is, I think, on the better side. It's 3000 milliamp hours. Now for the specs of this phone, it probably should have been higher, but I don't think it's that bad. You're still getting wireless charging. You can do 18-watt fast charging on this thing too. And I do think that when I owned this phone, I wasn't complaining about the battery. I wish it was a little bit bigger, probably like 3200, 3500, but I'll take 3000. And I don't think it's like a negative thing about this phone. Now with this phone, you're also getting the USB Type-C port. You're still getting the headphone jack on this phone as well, but you're also getting a fingerprint sensor on the back of this phone, which is so awesome. In my opinion, I always prefer fingerprint sensors over Face ID or anything like that. I would rather have both, but this phone does have a fingerprint sensor on the back of it, which is a super cool addition. And I'm so glad they kept it in. And looking at the front of this device again, I mean, look, dude, a 6.1 inch 1440p panel, for $130, it really doesn't get that much better. Now, it is an IPS panel, and you guys already know how I feel about it. I do kind of wish they improved it there, but I guess that's whatever. I guess I can't complain too much, but I do like that IPS panel. I think it's a very, very good IPS panel at that. This phone is also IP68 dust and waterproof. I mean, the list really goes on and on. There's just so many cool little quirks and features and all those little things that you're getting from an LG G7 that really make it an awesome value. And there's still a root out for this thing. There's still custom ROMs you can install on this thing. I'm pretty sure there's a ton of Android Pie ROMs. There's eventually going to be Android 10 ROMs as well. Probably not for a little bit, but the LG G7, in my opinion, is a very, very solid phone. I think it's a pretty solid pickup still. Is it the best value per dollar phone? Probably not, but I think you're getting a very good value out of this phone. From spending $130, you can get a way better comeback, in my opinion, from this thing than you can on a lot of other phones in the market right now, at least brand new prices. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it'll mean so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.